Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about the hidden gems, the best SR characters in the game. I know we mainly use SSR characters obviously because they have better stats, passive skills and everything, but still there are a few SR characters in the game that are hiddenly SSR characters, and some of them work way better than the SSR characters that we have in the game. So let's start. First character would be Valtus. This green supporter one, he would be really good in PvP and also PvE. The reason that I'm mentioning him is for his second skill mainly. He increases magic attack of one of your characters by 70%. This is a high number. We have Sully as an SSR character who gives 84% increased magic attack, as you can see over here. But if you don't have her, you can still use Valtus to increase and buff up your main DPS and deal heavier damage. He also increases everyone's mobility, but the main reason that I mentioned was this one, the buff magic attack that we have over here, which could be really useful, especially during PvE if you want to do world bosses and everything. If you don't have Sully, this character would be really good. Now Gifso, this old man, he's one of the best supporters in the game, especially when it comes to Lumiere or Valkyrie Noel. The reason is his second skill grants all allies a 45% when you max it out, increase attribute damage dealt buff for 2 turns. So if you have color advantage, you'll attack 45% heavier. Also, you get 40% chance to grant all of your allies 15% increased damage dealt to boss. Again, great for PvE, especially when you're doing like raids, world bosses, the challenges that we have. And a great thing about him is that you can have like 2 increased magic attack buff on your character. So you can have 1 increased magic attack buff with Sully or Valtus that I just mentioned. And then you can have this skill, the second skill of Gifso, so basically you'll increase your total buff. Also, the special skill increase all attack, that could be useful as well, and the combined attack too. So 60% increase attribute damage dealt buff to the attack of self and the partnered mate. So you wanna like obviously partner him with Lumiere or Valkyrie Noel, or even if you have the color advantage, doesn't matter. If you're attacking a green boss, you can do it with one of your red characters, and then also again have this increased damage dealt. That's why he's a must-have unit and you want to invest in him for sure. Other than him, this green debuffer Nebra is also one of the hidden gems in SR characters because of mainly her second skill reduces the defense of enemy by 70%. This is the highest defense debuff that you can put on the enemy. We don't have any other character that does this amount of debuff. Yes, we do have Charlotte with 50%. We also have this amazing reel by 60%, but none of them does 70% reduced defense on the enemy. So it's only her. And that's why she's obviously a hidden gem in the SR characters. Make sure you level her up and you can use her definitely in especially PvE. Also, her combined skill increases damage taken by 60% for 2 turns. So you can basically do this one and then the second skill so that you can have both debuffs on the enemy and then kind of one-shot them. She is perfect, the best reduced defense debuffer in the game. So these 3 that I just mentioned will be like the top 3 hidden gems in the SR characters, you know, secretly SSR characters in the game. Well, we also have a few good ones like this Finral. Amazing for both PvP and PvE. He increases the speed of your allies and also increases attack by 55% on all allies. The good thing about this is that he affects all of your allies, and if you have increased crit rate, also increases the crit damage dealt. And with his special skill, he increases speed again, removes debuff from one of your characters, and again increase crit rate by 22%. Good thing about him, he affects all of your characters and increases the attack of everyone, but his only attack is not magic attack. Make sure to consider that, but it's still a good number. And if I want to do a comparison, this supporter Kahono increases attack by 70% on one ally. This Vengeance is crazy. He increases attack by 84% again on one ally and also speed on one ally. So these characters are basically buffing up one of your allies, and then Finral does it to everyone with 55%, which is not bad, to be honest. Really great. great. Another hidden gem that we have over here is this beautiful Vanessa, the green supporter one. She's also useful. She increases the defense of all of your allies by 140%. This is great amount of number. Again, obviously we have better characters like Black Asa or Vengeance, but if you don't have any of them, you can still use her. And the good thing is that you can increase this stat to 80% and remove 2 instances of continuous damage from one of your allies. Again, we have better characters, but still, if you don't have them, she's also good, and also has this total defense that gives all of your allies. Another one worth mentioning is this Noelle. She's kind of like a defender for me because she increases defense by 105 and then creates barrier based on her own magic attack. Also over here again, she grants all of your allies barrier for 2 turns and also increased defense by 175. This is crazy, a crazy number of increased defense, and that's why she's also a hidden gem for me. And you can also obviously upgrade the barrier for sure, and that's great SR character. If you don't have any other good SSRs, you can still use her. Let me just show you a quick thing over here. When you're doing world bosses, raids, or even like daily bosses, any kind of PvE challenges, as I mentioned, you're gonna use some of the SR characters to buff you up, like this Nebra, which reduces the enemy's defense by 70%, and that's the highest number of reduced defense in the game. And also this Gifso to just buff up your Lumiere or any character color type advantage that you have. And then I have this Sally again to buff him up, but if I didn't have this Sally, then I might go with Valtos or someone to increase the magic attack of Lumiere, and that's basically what I'm talking about. So you're definitely gonna use the SR characters, and those are like the hidden gems, the secretly SSR characters in the game. Make sure you pay attention to them, level them up so that you can also do great in PvE. And yeah, that's it. Hope this video was helpful, and let me know down in the comment section what are your thoughts, and if you have any questions, I'll help as much as I can. Till next video, have fun and stay tuned.